Send your mama and daddy out the room. My name is Mr. Halligan, and welcome back to Gunsmith Simulator. Just testing out a few things at the range. I have my reasons. Let's get back to the shop. We have a lot of work to do. A lot. Okay. Alright. It occurs to me that I've been approaching this job all wrong. I've been doing a little job here, a little job there, just fixing things as they go. But I'm trying an experiment. Okay, this one's mine. This one's mine, that just goes back in the gun locker. But these two are a couple of guns I picked up in an absolutely beastly condition online. I picked up this Peacemaker for about 400. I made all the parts myself, so there was no extra cost there. And this beast here, all shiny and chrome, I picked up for about 600. With parts and everything, it cost 7, so... Now, I haven't done this before, but my operating theory is that restoring these guns, because I've learned some new skills, I now have a woodworking bench. I have things that I can... Where is it? I have an oxidizing room. Very cool. Sandblasting area. And I have this lovely little factotum device that does milling for me. So I have to buy very few parts online these days. So as long as I have the patience, I can get parts milled. That means I'm going to need people to talk to today, or I'm going to have to start reading a book again. Because each part takes about a minute to be milled properly. That's just per side. But it means you don't have to spend any money on parts. So if you restore a gun, theoretically, it's pure profit. Let's find out. I'm going to sell a couple of those guns I restored online. See if that makes any money for me. Okay, so I'm going to sell. I'm going to try selling the Peacemaker. I'm not going to sell the Winchester, I like that one. Well, I bought it for 400, so I can't go any lower than, let's say 550. Because we're including labor on this. It's all restored and shit, so. Oh. Whoa! Okay. Alright. Oh. Oh. Come on, someone else go for it. Aw. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna have to go pretty big for this one. I'm gonna have the starting bid at about 800. I mean, that's already profit on top, because I bought it for 6, but still. Okay, so let's start at 850 and see if we can get this baby over 1,000. Alright. Uh-oh. Oop, never mind. Oh, look at that. Oh, we're making real money now. We've done it, boys. Oh, look at that go. money. Oh my god. Okay. I think anyone who wants basic gunsmith jobs from me anymore might be shit out of luck. Yeah. Oh, incidentally, it's an odd thing to notice at a time like this. Oh, man. Hell yeah. But I just noticed your grandfather is called Larry. This could be nothing. It could just be a coincidence, but for what it's worth, Larry is a not uncommon mistranslation of the main character of Gunsmith Cats, whose name is Rally. Her name is Rally Vincent. Probably the most famous fictional gunsmith? I don't know. Certainly in terms of anime. Alright. I got one more basic job. God, this Luke is a mess. I'm officially working beneath my pay grade. But whatever. This is a warm-up, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with the warm-up before I get onto the real work. But no, some people translate Rally's name, because it's Rari. They translate her name as Larry. I think it's a nickname anyways. Captain will know. Jeez, how much of this is even worth keeping? I don't know, this thing is a mess. I don't even know if it's a hot mess, it's just a mess. But no, I mean, I will still take regular gunsmith jobs, but man, I think I'm gonna just like gun juggle, man. It's where the actual money is now that I have all the skills for it. Also, it does mean I get to decide who the guns go to. So, I mean, probably goblins. Okay, how bad is this? Alright, let's see if the factotum machine can make any of these things. Boy, I hope so. Ah, it cannot. That's a shame. They just gotta be bought. Oh well. Alright, give me your Luger stuff. Okay, yeah, give me a Luger ejector. You got any barrels here for me? Yeah, there we go, Luger barrel. Don't see the mainspring. I'll just search for that. There we go, one mainspring. And one firing pin. No worries. Well, I guess I should clean the parts as well. I am trying to work on the cleaning table. Oh! Oh, I have to sandblast them. Right. Not clean. Oops. Alright. Let's get them in there. Power on. Lights on. Vacuum on. Carbu Terramon. Alright. Too easy. Let's start placing this and that. Oh, I gotta oxidize them. Duh. Because I sandblasted them. Now I feel silly. Alright. Let's do it to it. I've always wondered what this tank was for. Because in the past, all I've done is switch one on and then hold someone's face under it until they stop moving. Turns out it's for gun parts. Who knew? Alright, right. Now we can... Is it off? It's off. Good. How's the gas? Yeah, it's not bad. Okay. Let's get greasy. Reassemble this shit. With a nice new firing pin? Hell yes. Nice new mainspring. Get that in there, get that in there. Apparently it's pronounced Lurga. I wouldn't know. Well, it sounds like one of those human languages. I pronounce it Luga, like the wrestler. Now, some of you may be wondering, although... Hello, Max! It's good to see you. I don't know how many of you wonder such things, but some of you may be wondering, why, with a nice shiny new update, I'm not playing Shadows of Doubt. Well, the good news is, if things go very well, I'll be playing Shadows of Doubt within the week. And this one looks fine. Just send it back. Whatever. I just want to make sure I'm good to go. And I want to do a little bit more Gunsmith Simulator first. So now that I have all the tools unlocked. I don't know what the end game is for Gunsmith Simulator. But I believe I'm not going to take any jobs. I think I have stuff waiting for me. Yeah, in my cabinet. Because no one sent me a Mauser to work on. The bombs. So I bought one really cheap online. I'm either going to sell it for a good amount, but, I mean, it's such a mess. Do I want classic with stock? No, I don't think so. Might change the handle, though. go... Ooh, maple handle, hey? Yeah, maple handle. Alright, this thing is a mess. Let's get to it, shall we? Ah, Hidoi. I'm glad to finally work on one, but damn, no one sent me one. No one. That's what got me looking online in the first place and making me wonder, could I restore guns and make more money than just doing these odd jobs here and there for literally a tenth of the profit? And as I said, this way I decide who the guns go to. Previously, I mean, they were always going towards, you know, humans, elves, orcs. Now they go to whoever I want them to go to, which, you know, might be the same. I got some elves and humans and orcs that I'm quite fond of. But this is emergent technology. The more I understand it, the more easy it'll be for my people to mass produce it. There's a value in that. Okay, at least a lot of the internals look quite good, honestly. This thing only cost about, I think, 400. So, if I can get it back into shipshape, there's a bunch of these parts I know I'm not going to be able to... I'm not going to be able to, let's see. Beyond repair and has to be scrapped. Clean it with sandblasting. Clean it with a rag. Okay. I'm remaking those. So that's fine. Can I make some parts in the assembly machine? Come on. Yes! Good. Because I gotta get this going, because this takes forever. So I gotta do other things while this thing works. It's quicker than it used to be, I guess, but still. Trick is juggling your actions, so you're not standing around like a lemon too much. Sandblaster means there's not as many parts as I had to replace as I thought, which is nice. You all saw what it looked like when it first came in. You're gonna see a thing of beauty once I'm done here. And here's the thing, you think, oh, it's done now, right? No, I gotta turn it over. That's how milling works. Ugh. Still, saves me a bunch of money, so... Back to it. Let's see, what else can I do? Oh, I have some woodworking to do, that's right. I believe I said I wanted it in... maple. Yeah. Alright, let's do this then. Very nice. And another one of those. Yep. Quick little goblin hands. Get it nice and sanded. Yeah. Alright. I should probably do woodwork finishing. Yeah. Ah, that's fine. I like them the way they are. Yeah. Maple stain. Very nice. And a little bit of oil. Just for good measure. I see that's coming up beautifully. See, this is how a proper restoration is done. Now I gotta get back to that machining part. Let's see how that's looking. Okay, that's one part down. I also gotta make that part. That's fine. Alright, it'll still save me money. Still worth it. Still worth it. Okay, hopefully this one won't take too long. 52 seconds. Well, that's fine. Oh, there's some parts to clean. That's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy some after all. Oh well. Can't have it all. Hey Rex, how's things? I'm turning over a new leaf in this crummy business, making it less crummy. I decided that instead of just doing a job here and a job there, because someone emails it to me, and making only about $100 worth of profit, I thought, what if I went online, bought some really crummy guns for cheap, and then used as many tools in my workshop as possible to restore them. And then sell them online once again. Turns out it's about 10 times more profitable, at least. I'm glad to hear things are going well, Rex. This machine can't do it all, but it can do a lot. I'll get milling. Alright, I gotta buy some stuff online, that's fine. This gun really was a mess, so... parts shop for the... I'm just glad to finally be working on a Mauser, honestly. And that's just in case the disconnect is the thing that's being made, which I think it might be. Is it? Oh, it's the sear. Shit. Well, I'm gonna have a spare one, I guess. That's what my parts cabinet's for. Rats. Still need to disconnect. I gotta pay more attention to that. Just straight up. That's alright. It's alright. You know, you make money on some jobs and you make the profits on the others. Alright, let's do this. Big parts this time. The trick is to do as many at once. Oh, of course, of course. You can tell me about it now, it's okay. Oh. But no, because it's the first major update in a while, I just want to make sure that I do Shadows of Doubt properly. So. Okay. Let's fix this bad boy. There's a lot to oil here. Like a lot. Do you know how you can ask people for a tour of the workplace and they'll just be there while they're working? Let you be there while they're working. Yes, I do. Big fan. Turns out you don't actually have to wait until they get off to use it. Really? Okay. I've never tried that approach at all, honestly. I don't think I've ever asked for a tour of the place. Also, to make sure that we can essentially hit the ground running, because we don't need to do the things we did last time with Shadows of Doubt. So essentially what I did is, the city is there, and I've actually just been running around avoiding all mysteries and all jobs, and just raiding safes. Just so that I'm starting off with a bunch of sync disks already installed. So it's like New Game Plus in a way. So we won't have to worry about, you know, making sure I'm the correct goblin height or things like that. So it'll be our very first murder case, but I'll also be good to go. Okay, sorry, I'm catching up with this conversation. So you can just get next to them and use their already logged on PC and get their passcode from their profile, print out their own employee details. And if they're the owner of security or whatever, you can just use that code on the safe and they'll let you. Oh, I thought they were just being nice. Incredible. Well, it's an ambitious game. Given that, honestly, Shadows of Doubt, the more I look around for other games, I find myself thinking of Shadows of Doubt. I understand there's new murder types to find, so I'm looking forward to that as well. I'm hoping that I've set the game to hard this time. So I'm hoping it'll provide a certain amount of challenge, even with my sync disks. Because I think if we're honest, the combat aspect of the game isn't what's really challenging about it. It's the bureaucracy. Okay, that looks quite good. But I might give this a coat of paint. Doesn't have to be as high gloss. Could be a little glossier, I guess. See, now that seems pretty to me. I guess I'll test that out sometime, see what it can do at the range. Probably not much. Notoriously, The Mauser's not supposedly that decent a pistol. Supposedly. But, gosh, I love it. Alright, what else did I store in here anyways? Oh! An M4 in bad need of repair. Well, okay. Looks okay. Still got it for cheap, I guess. Wonder what... Oh, ho, 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 ho. Many modifications can be made. Can we fit a drum magazine on this thing? That's what I'd like. Modern shorty, hey? Lean sharpshooter. Now that's fun. Special purpose rifle, what does that mean? Oh, the accuracy goes way up. Way up. Is there anything that extends the clip size? That's what's got me curious. The modern shorty's kind of nice. What do we think, chat? Tactical stock. Not seeing any improvement on clip size. Extended rail. Long. Well, okay. The special purpose rifle might be it, in terms of its accuracy. The lean sharpshooter just looks crazy weird. I actually kind of like the look of that one, though. Doesn't do much, though. Makes it way less, I guess. Okay, let's try to make something accurate. Like, it's crazy accurate. It's got, like, the little pistol grip and everything. Alright, so that's going to be a lot of work. That's okay. It's a big project. But no, it's my intention to play Shadows of Doubt within a week. So there might be, like, a special stream, but it's going to be something I get back to, well, until I complete the next city. So... there may be other interactions of Straya, or even more Gunsmith Simulator, or even Doors. If anyone feels one way or the other, let me know, but in the past, you people have generally just let me do whatever I like, and I appreciate that. I'm just looking for any excuse to play as much Shadows of Doubt as possible, let me tell you. Because it's been a while, and I hope I haven't got rusty. Although, I was pretty good at breaking into safes. Pretty good. Maybe too good. I think I'm just kind of a dab hand at it at this point. But it does mean I'm starting the game with some upgrades, so... we will, I think, blaze through it pretty quick. I can see us getting social status quickly, which is a good thing, because in the new update, social status has never mattered more. There are some places where you're technically trespassing if you don't have enough social rank. Like, if you're too much of a pleb, then you shouldn't even be on certain floors of a hotel, which has made things very risky for a goblin. After I restore this, because we can carry 3 guns, I will... still... oh, yep. I would actually pick up a 3rd gun, but I'll let you guys pick which one. And then I'll restore that as well. And then we'll take all 3 to the range, see how they go. Probably sell a couple of them, but it all depends on how well they do. I have some Chivos to get, you know. I don't know what else you do in this game. Like, I know how to use everything in the shop now. But, I'm wondering if something else happens. Once you start making enough money or something? Like, is there more game? I don't know. Doesn't really need to be. It's incredibly satisfying. And I admire the use of real-world guns, honestly. What am I missing here? Oh, there's always something on the site, isn't it? Alright. Oh man, I am replacing a bunch of shit. That's not good. Okay, yeah, this explains why this thing was so cheap. Still, a lot of it's not in bad nick, if we're honest. Okay, don't need this anymore. Don't need this anymore. How many of these parts can I manufacture? Like, a lot, I hope. I mean, if I'm manufacturing too many parts, I hope you guys are ready to hear, like, a lot of Confessions of a Yakuza. Because that's the book I have within reach. Okay, I can use the CNC factotum machine to manufacture some parts. How many, I wonder? Oh, a lot. Quite a lot. Well, alright. I will initially attempt to do other things. But, I think it's milling as quick as it can, too. I don't have any sandblasting to do, nope. I have some parts I could clean, I guess. That's something. I'm gonna see all the parts I can make and then shop for the remaining ones. I don't want a repeat of last time. Whether I sell this or not, it's gonna be kind of a steal. Because this was really cheap for what it is. I think this was only about 550, I think. Yeah, this is gonna take a while, I can tell. I guess besides that, I have time to practice my Luna the Crunching Cat impersonation. Now that's one part. We got more to make. Yep. Oh boy. Alright, where's that book? Now, I mean, I've read this before, but I may as well have it all in one spot this time, right? It was a winter's day several years ago. An elderly man, tall and broad-shouldered, turned up in my clinic in Tsuchiura, a town about an hour away from Tokyo by train. His face was a good deal larger than the average person's, with a forehead deeply lined with dark creases, thick, purplish lips, and a muddy, yellowish tinge to the eyes. The kind of face that at first glance set him apart from most people. See, if you do things really correctly, you can have other things to do while this is being done. But I currently don't really think I do. I'm not going to buy stuff online while I'm still working on this. I upgraded it so it's quicker than it ought to be, but still. I got him to strip to the waist. His whole back was covered with a tattoo, a dragon and peony design, though the colours had faded with the years, leaving the dragon's scales pale, like stylized clouds, and its whiskers almost a vanishing point. Even so, the design was striking, and in its own way, oddly attractive. Inside the petals of the peony stood a woman. The dragon was about to swallow up the peony, and the woman with it. Her eyes were half closed, and her palms joined in a prayer, but an enigmatic smile played around her lips. Oh, when it comes to Conventions of the Yakuza, I'm just starting from the beginning. I'll remember where I left off this time. I'll bookmark it. Eventually, with all the downtime in various games, we'll actually get the whole book, and then I can make some sort of supercut. Maybe. I would have liked to photograph it if possible, but I'd never seen the man before in my life, and something about his air of absolute assurance made me hesitate. So in the end, I never got around to making the suggestion. Examining his abdomen, I found the liver enlarged. It was obvious there was fluid collected in the abdominal cavity. As I waited for him to get up from the examining table, I said, "I'll give you an introduction to a general hospital. I think you'd get better treated there." Imagine how long this used to take before I upgraded the machine. But he smiled slightly and said, "I'm 73, Doctor. I've done pretty much as I pleased all my life, and I don't expect to be cured at this stage." The inside of his mouth was black with nicotine, and it was like peering into a small cave. His voice was low. "I was a bit wild when I was young, I'm afraid, and now my body refuses to do as I say anymore. So I decided to hand the gambling place over to one of my younger men and retire here to the country. You know the massage woman who lives below the embankment? I had her give me a rub down 2 or 3 times. Quite a hand at it, she is. She was the one who recommended I come to see you." "I see. I'm not going to get better, whoever treats me, am I? Did they tell you that at some hospital or other?" "I can tell myself, to be honest. I didn't come here with any high hopes. I just thought that maybe you could give me a shot sometimes when it hurt. Now don't worry, I'm not asking for drugs or anything. I expect it's because of the diabetes. But my legs hurt like hell at times, and I thought perhaps you'd take a look at them when things get too difficult, and perhaps you could make them a little easier." Since he seemed unwilling to accept any further treatment, I decided to do what I could to help. I had my own reasons, though, for agreeing to this arrangement. I see dozens of different people every day in the course of my work, and I'd never come across anyone like this man before. There was something intriguing about him, and privately I decided to get him to tell me everything about himself someday. Alright, I think these are all the parts I can actually mill. Everything else I'm going to have to buy, right? Yep, bummer. Yeah, I might as well get the bluing done, right? That still has to be done, yeah? Yeah. Alright, let's do it. On fire. Okay. Alright, got him. Alright, so now it's just left for parts to buy. That's fine. Heck, I might be able to retrofit this thing. I'm probably going to keep it, right? Parts shop. Ah, you see? I have way less to buy now. Way less. Nothing to it. Whew, okay. Good thing I made some serious money. Like the normal gas tube? Yeah, these are expensive parts, man. Probably worth it, though. I wonder what else I can get for it. Is there anything for the... Oh, there's stuff for the M4. Alright, what do you got? Do I really need silencers or flashlights? The foregrip could be kind of cool. Goblin like me. Let's get the green laser. Because we're goblins. And let's get the foregrip. Let's trick this thing out. Let's go, man, go. Alright. So many parts now. Wait, I have a job to do? Huh. Weird. I don't remember that. Right. I gotta zoom in, I can barely see this. There we are. Yep. I see you there. Thinking you were gonna get away from me without getting oiled. No one gets away from me. Okay. What color should I make this, I wonder? Chat gets to pick everything about the next one. So, they get to pick the gun, then the mods, and the color and whatnot. I've gotten confident enough with my gunsmithing that I don't mind you guys having a crack at it. Seeing what you want to do. And that's up to you whether I keep it or sell it. Come on. I know that goes in there. Reassembly is always nicer than disassembly, I think. I mean, both are great, don't get me wrong. Come on, that thing is finicky. What am I missing here? Oh, I see. There's bits I forgot about. It's not good to assemble a gun and then have bits left over. I can't argue with that. I've got my crazy sheath thing happening here. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Let's get this thing looking kind of nice. I wonder. We'll go full glossy, full metallic. It's going to look amazing. We'll go for a nice chartreuse, I think. Yeah. That's the ticket. So like chartreuse, bright chartreuse, but really glossy and metallic again. You'll see it'll look amazing. There we go, it's on the inside now. This is good, because now everyone will think it's a Nerf gun. Boy, are they going to be surprised. Should I leave those bits grey, I wonder? Yeah. Yeah, see? It's a thing of beauty. Gorgeous. Gotta have a bit of flourish there, I guess. Alright. So now, I got this job, which I'm not... Did I get another Lugu? I really don't care. Alright, auction time. We got deep pockets, boys. Okay. We got a Mauser, which we've already sort of done. So, I guess, do you guys want me to pick up a Uzi or this filthy MAC-10? Alright. Let's go MAC-10. I got deep pockets here, so I'm going to outbid anyone. This is for chat. Get on my level. Oh, really? Whoa! Look at that! Easy clap. I mean, honestly, they were probably charging too much for it. But, well, let's see. This thing... Woo! Alright, let's take a look at this thing. Oh, baby! There's a lot of options here. Alright. Alright, chat. It's up to you again. What do we like the look of? We got the basic. Universal with foregrip. The long stock. Long stock universal thread. Do I have these increased clip size? I realize that's my ongoing obsession, but... Clip size? Clip size? No? Anybody? Clip size? Anybody? No? But yeah, no, you guys get to pick the modification. The foregrip? Basic with foregrip or long stock with foregrip? Hmm. So wait, do we want it with universal thread as well? Because I mean, I can do that. Slight reduction to... yeah. It's universal and foregrip with the long stock. Let's go with that, yeah? Yeah, actually, that's not long stock. So, but foregrip. Universal thread with foregrip. Right, I think that's where we're landing, right? Universal thread means we can put silencers on it and stuff. Let's go with that. Okay. Disassembly time. Chat, I think you've made a good choice here. I'm not just saying that because the Mac 10 is lovely and very easy to take apart. I feel like the boss here. Also, I've worked with a few Mac 10s. We've been working with a few guns that I'm not familiar with today, but these, they've come up a few times. Because no one looks after them properly. No one respects the Mac 10. You may have noticed I've gotten better at screwing. That's not a coincidence. I upgraded my skills because I realized that I hadn't been doing that for many sessions. So I had 15 points to spend. Get that spring out of there. Okay. Okay, this isn't going to be too bad. This isn't going to be too bad at all. You guys have made a real cheap one for me. Okay, throw that out. Alright. I need a foregrip, so I'm wondering... can't make it... Yeah, I'm going to be back to the CNC Music Factory here. Whoa, really? Can't manufacture any of them. Rats. Well, that's fine. You guys have done an easy one for me. I admire that. This is gonna look so good, you guys. This is gonna be your gun. Thank you for giving me one with so many parts to clean. It's honestly one of my favorite jobs. So many big parts to clean as well. Ah, to a mirror sheen. I haven't taken one of these bad boys to the range before either. That's going to be a bit interesting. Alright. Alright, parts. What are they going to cost me? Oh, just the foregrip. Oh, of course I can't manufacture that. Duh. That makes sense. Foregrip. Pretty cheap. Buy that. Now, here's the cool thing. I'm pretty sure, yeah, the Mac 10's got retrofits as well. Should we put a suppressor on that bad boy? A suppressor? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, it's cheap. Hell yes. Alright, alright, alright. This is cool. This is cool. Wait, what do I need to do? Some parts are dirty, really? Oh, I must have missed one. Don't know how. Looks like $1 million now. Okay. That's a lot of stuff to oil up. Okay, reassembly. Ah, it all comes together so nicely. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Well, that's a tiny part. Cool. Blink and you'll miss it. Let's get that action in there. Hell yeah. I have the power of God. Not bad, guys. Not bad. Now it occurs to me, I didn't attach the stuff earlier, so I'm going to attach it to this one, put this in the lock, and then I'll put it on the other one. Okay. Yeah, see? Awesome. Now, what color do you want it painted in on? What do we think? You can do a pattern, or you can just have the color. So I mean, like, you turn the metallic and the glossiness up if you want. Here's a cool little trick. You don't have to do this, obviously. But you can, like, if you set it to like this and then like that, and when you do that, it basically makes it look like it's gold once it's finished. Some urban blocky camo? Alright. You might be onto something. He's cooking. Urban blocky camo. Do they have that? They don't really have the full digital, do they? Can try altering the colors of it a little bit. So we're looking like, we're talking like grays or something? That could look pretty cool. And like the third color is like more sort of blocky camo like that. It's kind of pretty. Well, you can change the scale of it too. Oh, I've been missing that. You can make it really chunky if you want. You can make it metallic and glossy as well. If you want. Like with a gold barrel. Like a gold bit here. Golden magazine. It's a masterpiece or not? Masterpiece. Oh, nice. Ah, like a fancy chocolate. Can you change what it's called, or? Oh. Hang about. Oh, I didn't attach the other stuff. I can't take it to the range yet, it's not finished. Come here, you masterpiece. Can't touch. But why? It's for the M4. Man. I must have got the wrong sort of M4. Well, alright. Let's take these bad boys to the range and see what we can do. This is the Anon custom. The Max Rex. No, it's not even Anon, it's the Max Rex custom. Alright. Let's see what these bad boys can do at the CQB. Alright, very cool, very cool. Let's take these. Okay, it's got 10 shots. That's not bad. It's not a bad little holdout. Take this to the destruction zone. Missed. There we go. Okay, when it hits pretty good. Not bad. Bit of kick to it. Hit that plate. Yeah. This thing's pretty good. Hit that bottle? No. A genuine clip. Very nice. And it reloads pretty quickly. I'll have to remember that. That's handy. There's that melon hiding over there. Can I hit him? Well, he took the full magazine. It's a nice little checkup I'm doing to see whether there's a melon hiding behind these bricks. I want to see if the guns can get to it. Oh. You live to fight another day. Alright. Let's do a little Mauser check. Let's reset and see how this monstrosity does. Okay, melons. Okay, that has no kickback. That's... Can I hit stuff over there? That would be pretty crazy. If so. Oh my god. Can I hit the apples? Okay, it'd be tricky, but... Good God Almighty. Okay, I might have to keep this one. It's a bit... you know? Alright, so... We'll try this with a few single shots, see what it can hit. Which is apparently everything. So he's setting it to the long range edition. May have precluded me from being able to put sights on it. But still... Such accuracy for an automatic weapon is... It's got power behind it too. Where's that hiding watermelon? I've only got 6 shots left. I could tell from here that I got it. Okay, so what's the reload time like? Okay, let's change the fire selector. See how this thing goes on. Let's reset the damage. Okay, so it jumps a little. Man, it burns through it quickly, hey, once you're going. Still, though. Yeah, this is a keeper. Alright. Then we try out the Max Rex. Gorgeous device. Let's see how it does. Heavens. That's pretty smooth. How does it do on the long range target? Did it get it? I think I'm getting a bit of drop off here. Alright, time for a different approach. I do like the suppressor though, so let's see. Takes a little while to reload. I tell you, around the gauntlet, I think he earned it. The Macatin. Not bad, not bad. Alright. Make sure I'm all good and reloaded. I'll start with this one, I think. Let's see how I go into Kill House. Random targets. Okay. Oop. Get that fire selector, said something more sensible. Alright. What? That's not what I meant. Start over. Start over. Safety on, indeed. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? 22.7. For those of you playing at home, that's a new record. My last one was, I think, 23.9. So dig it. Let's see how I do with the Macaten. I don't think I'll set it to full spray though. All right. It's nice and light. Should be fine. Yeah. Whoop. Run right through. Ooh, 23.2. Not as good. I reckon I can do better, though. Okay. Fan targets, alright. Reload. Come on now. Thank you. Fan targets, okay. Do it. Let's do it to it. Slight delay with the firing there. What is this, a cop convention? I got so many bogeys this time. I'm out of ammo. Shit. It's good to be resourceful. Come on. Yeah, I could tell that was bad. Ah, you know what? It's fine. Okay, so both of these are pretty good. These might all be keepers, eh? I'll go to the extra shooting range with them, though. See how I do. Alright, right. I mean, I should probably do the one mag challenge with this thing, right? Honestly. Ah, I can only fire 10 at a time. Alright. Score 98. How do I stop? Oh, I see. Is that good? Did I do good? I can't tell. Okay, what are the other challenges I can do? Ooh, okay. You got yourself a deal. Yep, how about I reload? Alright. I gotta stand here, right? Yeah! 301 points. Pretty good. Wait, I get to keep going. Right. Is the game over? Okay, that's fine. I'm going to do something really stupid. Yeah, try skeet shooting with this thing. No, with the Mac 10. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's fine, it's fine. I got it. This thing has got a full grip. Way easier. Yeah, I got this, don't worry. We'll set this to fire selector. Yeah, there we go. You know, I don't think it's gonna work. Although, I am curious to see how far this thing can shoot. Let's see. Free shooting. Okay. Let's bring up the... Yeah, 300 meter targets. Fuck it, let's see if I can hit this thing at all. Ooh. Yes. Yes, I can. Alright, in the fives. Nope. Alright, so it's tricky. Alright, so 300 meters, not the best. Let's try it at 200 meters. Is that it? That's 200? Yeah! See that? Inside the nines with this bad boy. You've made a fine weapon for me, boys. I won't forget it. Although... I do kind of want to know how this monstrosity goes. Alright, yeah. Give me the 300 target. Is it there or not? Alright, there it is. Whew, boy. Is there a drop off? Oh, there we go. Alright, let's see how this does within 200. Let's go, yeah, let's go 200. Wait. Right. Okay. Well, I could just... There we go. Huh. I think your guys is actually better. Who knew? Well, let's get back to it. Alright, alright. I think we should fix up one more gun, and then we'll call it a day, I think. Although, I'll see if there's any more story mission to do, as well. May as well get these in the locker, honestly. They're all kind of winners. All part of my collection. This one is precious to me. It's the first gun that chat has helped me with. And we have the monstrosity. We have this very nice C96, but you know, I might sell it on so that we can keep on with our unhealthy habits. It's quite nice. It is quite nice. It is. Let's see what we can sell it for. I bought it for pretty cheap. You know what? I'm going to go big. I'm going to start the bidding at 1,000 because I bought this thing for like 400. I'll see if it can sell it all. That'd be pretty crazy. Oh, did I start too high? I bet I did. Oops. Dang. Okay, yeah, I got greedy. Yep. Okay, no, that's fair, that's fair. Alright, okay, I bought this thing for cheap, so let's say start the price at 500. Yeah. I see, there we go. Yeah, alright. That's my problem, I started the bidding too high. Oh, there we go. They're waking up. Oh, would you look at that? Hey, now we're talking. Yeah, done. Alright, send that off to the happy family. Oh, hello, yes. Nice to see you. Glad you could make it. Alright. Let's see what's going on in the auctions. What is there to... Man... It's still the same two, which I'm not really... Great. There's not much work coming up either. Damn. Well, I guess I'll send that one back. Okay, I do like working on... Okay, these are actually some fairly well-paying jobs comparatively. Okay, I'll accept this one. Because you let me work on an Arasaka. I'd like to have my own Arasaka, if I'm honest. Oh, working on a Winchester would be nice too. Ah! But a Cult Peacemaker, yes, of course. Okay, I'll take a couple of these jobs, and then I'll see if... I'm hoping that'll move the bidding forward? I don't know. No, you're all good. You stick... Oh man, that stock does look terrible. You stick around for as little or as long as you like, yes. It's nice to see you. No one looks after their guns properly. I keep telling them, don't leave them in the rain. Clean and polish it every day. Twice if you really want to avoid prostate cancer. I like the older weapons, if I'm honest. Jeez, the wood on this thing is hideous. I swear half these people take their gun into the shower with them. Disgusting. Oh, I'm sorry that D&D cancelled, man. Oh, there we are. Sneaky little bugger. What am I missing here? Yep. Couldn't even see him. What was I supposed to do? Okay, so... Man, I can't manufacture any of these parts, can I? Gotta dump the whole stock. That's rough, man. That's real rough. Yep, fortunately, I happen to be quite a woodworker. Alright, let's do a little bit of this and a bit of that. Yeah, nice. Again, it feels fascinating you using one of these devices for their intended purpose. I mean, I would see them if it was workshops all the time. They're really good for threatening people. Turns out they're actually just a really good tool in general. I'm learning a lot. It's like that log splitting device that I was using on that farm, which, for what it's worth, we're also going to be going back to at some point. Just so you can see my progress. It's sort of my whole thing that I take something and really turn it around. Also, hello Captain, nice to see you. Captain on deck. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. A bit of this, and a bit of that. Shame you didn't want this in a different stock, honestly. You can actually see this in a walnut. Or ash, maybe? God, this feels familiar. We got some nice parts here. Okay. Let's finish them up. Let's see, a bit of the lacquer, yeah. Ah, like new. Well, I mean, it is new, I guess. I can't really say that if I've had to start over. Big project. No, I'm very excited to get back to Shadows of Doubt. I hope you all are too. It's a new town with new challenges. I hope. I can't manufacture any of them. That sucks. Oh well. What'd you got for me? I need a bolt. Jesus. Expensive. And a trigger. Okay, that's cheap. Alright. Let's do this. See, that's beautiful. I'm really proud of my woodworking here. Alright, grease time. Getting to be a pretty dab hand at this, I feel like. It's going to do my den a world of good. This is how reverse engineering starts, you see. I mean, credit where it's due, I don't think these people know they're giving these guns to a goblin to fix, but, you know. What they don't know, they'll pay a lot of money for. Ah, beautiful. That's a bit they're always taking out in Golden Kamui to fuck with people. That can't use your gun. Wait, I've got something missing? What did I miss? Oh, yeah, that's actually pretty big. Okay, we're done here. Enjoy. Whoop. Hey! Apparently I've done one contract of every type of weapon. I had no idea. I could have sworn I'd worked on an Arakasa before. I mean, I have. I'm adept at it now. Weird. Look at some points to spend. Cool. Skills. Oh, I have one skill point. I can't make the machine any quicker. Nope. Can I give myself more points in woodworking? Yeah, I'm pretty amazing. I could work on... Oh, I haven't sent it back. Cha-ching. Okay, now have any more bits? Yeah, now we're talking. Oh, guys, okay. It's time for chat to choose again. What am I gonna work on? It's up to chat. It's up to you. That'll be the last thing I do for today. We have such a selection to pick from now. Another M4? I can dig that, I can dig that. I don't even recognize this thing. Okay, we've got an argument for M4, for STG. Captain, you didn't get to pick anything last time. You got any thoughts on the matter? A tiebreak one way or the other? Alright, let's check out the STG. It's a bit pricey, but, well, I mean, we're probably keeping this. Overall, it's in good condition. Alright, well, that explains the cost. Alright. It's okay, I got deep pockets now. Oh, man. Easy clap. Really? Just me? Oh! General Tao's trying to outbid me. Yeah, lost. Alright. Okay, so we'll have to remember this if we sell this. We can't sell this for anything less than about 1,200. Okay, let's get this thing. I'm excited. Alright. Let's see how bad... It might not be that bad, honestly. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. But we can also customize it. Oh. It's not customizing. Okay, I guess we can change the wood stock. What do we think? We can go with mahogany, birch, cherry. Mahogany's pretty nice. Ah, it's okay. It's a misunderstanding. Mahogany. Yeah, I think we gotta go mahogany on this one. Alright. It looks like it's in really good condition, my god. Could not move for some reason. Let's try this again. It's, yeah. It looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I can't even see what I meant to take. Oh, there we go. Yep. There's an even chance I'm not going to sell it, but I just kind of want my own one anyway, so that works. Not much to restore, I guess. It's nice to have more options back. I see, so the auctions don't refresh until you do more gunsmith jobs. Oh, I get it now. So I better keep on doing gunsmith jobs. I can't just back out of it. Front sight blade, I don't... Oh, there it is. Jeez, that's tiny. Alright, alright, it's in pretty good condition. Just a bit of a clean. Change the wood stock and we are good to go. Jeez, no wonder. It's basically in perfect condition. That's fine. We can do another. I do not mind. Alright, clean some parts. Nice and easy. I mean, for all I know, this is going to be our last Gunsmith Simulator session for a little while, unless something really amazing comes up. I'll let you guys know, but we're probably moving on to lots of Shadows of Doubt. So it doesn't matter if it's a slightly long session where we get a few things done. I don't know what else there is to this game besides making money and repairing guns. Maybe that's all there is to anything. I guess you want to get the high scores on the different shooting challenges. But what was my last one? 22.7? That's pretty good. That's really pretty good. Alright. Make these parts. And we're going with mahogany. A bit of this, and a bit of that. Get it out of there. I've gotten really good at doing this really quickly. And yes, we're back to the room temperature, gang. Well, I'm playing it... I'm gradually upgrading the difficulty. I'm playing on hard next time, so I'm expecting some pretty ingenious murderers this time. And there's all new types of murderers. Apparently, you can now get people who snipe. There are snipers now. So that's very exciting. I think we can all agree, because surely they'd be really hard to track down. So I'm very much looking forward to it. It's a bigger city. I'm going to Akabeska. And there's mechanics that I don't know about. And there's murder types that I don't know about. So I am really jazzed to get back to solving crimes with all of you. I hope you can help me as much as you did last time. Yeah, that's nice. Well, as long as there's not anyone doing the hangman puzzle when their name has an X in it, I think we'll be heading in the right direction. You know? I also understand there's new sync discs. Now, I stocked myself up on a few sync discs by just busting into people's safes before this game will even begin. As I've said before, I'm starting off with a few sync discs on board, just so I don't have to start over with a low carry capacity and things like that. So I can start off as a more complete detective. But there's ones that I've heard of that I don't have available to me yet. So I'm very excited about trying out those. There's one that apparently negates all falling damage, which I can't stress enough how much I want. It's one thing to have, you know, be pint-sized, iron-fisted, deep-pocketed. That's how you be a goblin. but the ability to always land on your feet? Yeah, now we're talking. It's like species affirming. So whatever else, I need to get that sync disk. For real. The number of letters are a giveaway, yes. I'm hoping the new killer types provide new hints. It's why I'm sort of going into this with a few things on board, because I'm hoping to do a speedrun of this next city. And I will try not to bore you with too many details. Okay, we can store this in the safe for now, unless we have a color for it. Alright, let's do one more bid. I'm obsessed with bidding now. Alright, next up. What do we think? I'm gonna get this one because it's so cheap. Like, this thing is a mess. Like, it's gotta be an absolute steal. So even if I sell it on... Really? Okay. I got that for insanely cheap. How bad is it? This thing's got to be falling apart. A Mossberg for like what? What I get that for? $250? Oh my god. This thing's a mess. Well, am I just gonna have to basically rebuild the entire gun? I bet I am, hey. Okay. Okay, it's your guys' turn again. What do we think? Short with collapsible stock? Long wood with threaded barrel? Yeah. Long wood. Well, you got some choices to make here. I kind of like the short composite, if I'm honest, but... Oh, hey. This one's got a larger... This one's... I see. Big ammo capacity I am kind of into. So I've been looking for all this time. Now, these are all 7 shots. Oh, Longwood's got 9. Longwood threaded barrel also has 9. Short composite stock. I guess I could also change the, what do we want? Mahogany, maple, oak, birch. Birch is kind of nice. Ah, let's go cherry. Let's really fix this bad boy up. Because I'm going to give it sort of a cobalt blue finish, I think. Alright, Longwood it is. We gotta go with Longwood. Yes! Eventually, this thing will be an amazing device. If there's anything left, I mean, like, if I have to rebuild the entire thing, that's not a good deal. Like, what am I paying for exactly here? I mean, I already knew I was redoing the wood. That's fine. It hasn't cost me anything. But if I have to buy, like, all new parts for it, I just got fucked on the auction. This is effectively mail fraud. And I should know. I am a mail fraud. Just kidding. I'm a non-binary fraud. I remember the previous Mossberg I had didn't really need that much work done to it, so... I have not seen it in this many parts before. Oh, there we go. Some of these parts look salvageable, but I'm worried about how much I'm going to have to use the CNC Music Factory. Whatever that machine's called. Factotum device. Okay, a lot of these look like they could probably just do with the sandblasting. Alright, so it's not all busted. Spring looks fine. Left extractor. What am I not seeing? Yep, there we go. You sneaky boots. Alright. Okay. Unnecessary. These are all missing parts. Good fucking god. Yeah, alright. Well, we're gonna get through a lot of Confessions of the Yakuza, that's for sure. Okay, no wonder this thing was cheap. Well, hope you guys like story time. Alright, let's get these wooden parts made. That bit's easy. And we went with cherry, I think. It's gonna look real nice once it's done, but my god, what a project. What a project. I mean, don't get me wrong, it means if I sell this thing, it'll be like pure profit, man, but still. Still. I've done pretty good with the chisel, I gotta say. Alright. I don't know. Let's just go with no checkering. Alright. Here comes the meat and potatoes of this job. Yeah, no, we're gonna be making a lot of parts here. Oh, let's do it to it. Where's my book? May as well tag this one story time once I'm done. It's okay, I remember where I was. He began to come to my clinic twice a week. Unfortunately, the abdominal fluid didn't increase as much as I'd thought it might, and the pain in his legs, too, continued for a while to give him little real discomfort. Then, one day about a month later, he asked me if I'd like to care to go to see him at his place when I had the time. "It's just a shack, I'm afraid," he said, "but I can manage a cup of tea and a warm place to tuck your feet in. I imagine you've had a normal, decent sort of life, so it might be interesting for once to hear something about someone a bit different." You go up and tighten the device each time. Early the next evening, in a cold, driving rain, I went to visit the man at his house. He was waiting for me with a pile of mandarin oranges in a bowl on the small table covering the sunken hearth, ready for his guest. Occasionally, the faint sound of someone playing a shamisen was audible through the drumming of the rain. "It's the girl amusing herself," he explained. As to whether it was his daughter, though, or how old she was, he told me nothing. That evening I listened to him for about 3 hours. Every 30 minutes or so he seemed to get tired, and we would take a break for a cup of tea. Politely, he would invite me to take one of the mandarins, and then peel one carefully for himself and eat it before proceeding, in his low voice, with the next short section of his tale. In this way I came to visit him, with a tape recorder, at least every 3 days. And by the time I had more or less heard him out, the cold winter had slipped away and spring breezes were blowing across the land. What follows is a part of his story as he told it to me. Now I come to set it down, I find myself wishing I had questioned him more closely about all sorts of things. But he is gone, and it is too late now. I was 15 when things first really started to go wrong. His voice was quiet as he began to talk, but he spoke carefully, so there was no problem catching what he said. My father at the time owned one of the best general stores in Utsunomiya, selling salt and sugar, fabrics, bedding, and so on. The farmers from the country round used to come pulling handcarts and buy everything they needed there, from ordinary household things to gifts for people on special occasions. He must have had at least 15 employees. The young assistants would be dashing around the piles of goods, and the clerks clicking away with their abacuses. We used to give our best customers their midday meal in a separate room. The maids kept a great pot of rice going for the purpose. It's years ago now, but I can still see it all as though it was just the other day. Anyway, the money rolled in, and we lived in style. My old man was fond of buying watches. He'd have them sent from Tokyo, and kept a whole bunch of them, on show in a special corner. Then, at the Summer Bond Festival and New Year's, he'd give them out to clerks and assistants who'd been working well. It was different from now. Watches weren't to be had for the asking. These were gold watches, into the bargain. Swiss made, so they were worth a fair amount. My old man would sit there like a feudal lord, with his back to some fancy flower arrangement. The staff would be sitting in front of him, red-faced from bowing down till their foreheads touched the floor. When the chief clerk called out a name, the man who was to get the watch would come crawling up on all fours, and my dad would say, "Thank you, you've worked hard," or something of the kind. Then he'd hand over the watch, taking his time about it. The younger lads used to get so excited they'd shake all over. You could tell at a glance how pleased they were. I reckon he carried on this with his routine, just for the pleasure of seeing their faces. My dad had a big house and garden just outside the town, which his parents used. Around the time I first went to middle school, he had an extra house built to rent out at the back of the garden. When I say to rent out, you mightn't think it was anything much, but it was a big two-story place, decently built, with its own entrance hall and an alcove for flower arrangements in the best room at the back. This house I live in here is 2 stories too, but it's a shoddy affair compared to that one. Houses in those days were almost all one story. The only exceptions were local government offices, schools, and so on. So, an ordinary house that had a second floor was something pretty special. Anyway, when I was in 4th grade in middle school, a young woman came to live there. She was a mistress of the chief judge in Utsunomiya, barely over 20, and, as I remember, very pretty. My earliest memory of her was one day in autumn. I was coming in the back gate when I saw this woman I didn't know looking out of an upstairs window. She had her hair done up in one of those traditional styles, all black and glossy, and I was leaning on the rail outside the window. She had her left hand up on her forehead, and her right hand dangling outside the railing. It looked just like something out of an old woodblock print. I stood watching her for a long time from behind a tree, wondering why someone like her should be there. After all, my father came out the front entrance, with a well-dressed fellow right behind him. He was showing around and talking too much all the time and bobbing his head up and down. He wasn't much of a one for making it up to people, and it's the first time I'd seen him behave like that. The young woman joined them outside and said something to her well-dressed friend, who just nodded and grunted. For some reason, this really turned me off him. That was the day the judge came to look at the house. The woman herself moved in about 10 days later. It was always on a Sunday, in the daytime, that the judge came to visit her. Never on a weekday, not even Saturday. He used to turn up in a rickshaw. He was stout and an imposing-looking man, somewhere in his mid-40s. He'd climb down from the rickshaw in his formal kimono, wearing wooden clogs and carrying a cane. And while he was standing there, the woman would have a quick word with the driver and give him a tip. Oh, thank Christ. Nearly out of parts I can manufacture. It's all about saving money, boys. It's all about saving money. The judge stayed with her till it began to get dark. When the rickshaw came to fetch him again, with a paper lantern hanging from one of its shafts. As he moved along the dark road, leaning against the cushions, the girl used to watch him go. I had to go to the woman's place every month to collect the rent. Being a tradesman, my father couldn't live in a good residential area himself. My younger sister and my mother lived with him over at the shop, but I myself was with my grandparents, who were living in a retirement there in the suburbs. So it was my job to get the monthly rent and take it to my father's place. As she handed the money over, the woman would say, "Here you are, thank you." I never heard another word from her until one day in winter, towards evening, when I arrived for the rent and stepped up into the hall. Her voice came through the other side of the paper sliding. "Come on up, Agee." I didn't say anything. So the door opened, and there she was, sitting in the sunken hearth with a pair of chopsticks in her hand. "I'm just toasting some rice cakes. Do you want some? Don't just stand there. Come on inside. Come and get warm. Come on in. Tell me. How old are you?" "Why?" "It doesn't matter. Just tell me." She looked me full in the face, smiling slightly, and then she picked up a rice cake that she just toasted in her dainty fingers. "Now, open your mouth," she said. The white fingers flashed in front of my eyes. I felt dizzy, and I couldn't breathe properly. And that was when my life started to really come unstuck. I went completely overboard, as you can probably guess. The woman was lonely, and I was 15 at the time, so everything apart from her stopped existing for me. So far, my grades at school had been among the best. Now they suddenly crashed to somewhere near the bottom of the class. When I was with her, I was always horribly on edge, my heart pounding with fright at the idea that the judge might turn up at any moment. I actually thought that if I was caught in the act then and there, a policeman would come for me and be put in jail, sentenced to death maybe. This made her laugh, and she'd tease me about it. "If it bothers you so much," she'd say, "why don't you just shove off? The only thing is, if you do, I won't let you in here tomorrow, or ever again." All it took was one tug on the leash, and she knew I'd come trotting back to her. Okay, we're done with the milling machine. Thank fuck. I hope that wasn't too torturous for you. I do apologize. Okay, we got parts to sand. Let's do it to it. Big project, guys. Big project. I'm glad this patience will have saved us a huge amount of money. Hope you know. Alright, let's... We have a lot of stuff to blue, so this was definitely worth it. I think this is our biggest project yet. I could be wrong. It's a good way to finish, I think. I think it's a good way to finish. I don't know what the next stage of Gunsmith Simulator is. Well, we may as well go out big fixing this bad boy. Okay. Some parts are dirty, huh? Okay. Not many. Compared to everything else I just had to bloody well do. Oh, that is so satisfying, though. There's a lot of guns I would like to see in this game, but I'm hoping that'll be their their updates. It's just going to be DLC for more and more guns, right? Yeah, I do need a trigger. Let's see. A long action slide. Yep. Long barrel. Long magazine tube. Long magazine spring. Long man. Okay, I mustn't forget the parts cost as well. If I do sell this thing, I gotta sell it like big. Because man oh man have I restored it. I think at this stage I have to sell it for at least 600. Should probably sell it for more though, I mean, labor and all that. This thing was a mess. Alright. I had to rebuild the entire friggin' trigger assembly. Right. I didn't keep track of how much I spent on parts, but it was a lot, right? Like, if I sell this gun, it needs to sell for, like, about 1,000, otherwise I'm getting kind of fucked. At least 600 or 800, right? The gun was cheap, though, I give it that. Super cheap. Can't fault the buying price. No, sir. This is why I do my best dealings when I'm actually working with Hennessy. Like, I'm pretty good at pricing stuff. We have this little thing where Hennessy lets me do the talking. She just sort of stands back. But she'll pose gently. Like she looks like she's just standing there, but she's actually holding up fingers on her face, telling me how much to charge people. It's quite clever. Takedown screw. This thing? Right. Oh, look at that cherry stock though, guys. Look at this. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Was it 500 for the parts? Holy shit. Okay, yeah. So 200 and a bit for the gun. So if I'm not charging I'm not charging 800. I'm fucking up. I gotta keep that in mind. That's if I sell it. I might grow rather attached to this thing. Could you blame me? I don't think you could. It's gonna be a really long session. That guarantees that no one's gonna watch the whole thing, so YouTube's gonna fuck it. Yeah, well, doesn't matter. This is what it's all about. I'm gonna go back to rewatch it at least once because I need to know how bad my book reading is. It's all part of the practice. It's why I do this. To entertain and to develop. Yep. Almost missed a bit. Okay, guys, do you remember what we started with? Look at it now. Like, I guess I could do something with the metal, but... Like, what do you even do to something like that? I guess I just make it a little glossier? Maybe? I mean, just look at it. Well, let's give it a quick test, I guess. Where's that fire selector? Alright, looks good. I don't think this really needs much done to it. I mean, just a second. I will give it like a really quick coating of very basic paint. Because it's going to be like that. I'm just going to make it a little more metallic. No. That's not good. Let's make it, yeah, glossier. Yeah, that's kind of nice. See, yeah, that's kind of pretty. Alright, I guess we take it to the range. Paint it orange. We can paint the next one orange. I don't know how much good I'm going to do with this thing, but still. Check it out, the CQB first. I mean, it's meant to have a pretty good range and ammo capacity, so... I mean, the sheer breadth of how far it can flash, I mean, it does pretty well at the destruction range, right? Right. I do kind of want to paint something orange, though. Nice orange Luger. Alright, so I just fire from the hip and... Whew. Can it hit the apple even though it's not accurate? No. I mean, yes. Just crumbles stuff. I don't imagine the reloading time is that. So, okay, I'm not going to do well in the shooting range, but it will be pretty funny. The kill house, I want to say. I'm just going to reset. And we're going to see, can I get the watermelon that's hiding? There's all that powder there. I don't know if I got them or not. Oh. Yeah, I guess I did. That's always an important check. You know, the, what do you call it? The penetration capacity. I don't know if a shotgun does its best work from that close. More apples. Actually, if I fire that, will I hit the bottles as well? Apparently not. Alright, time to do something really stupid. Put me into the kill house. Alright. I'm good at this game. Yeah. If I stand back far enough, can I get a twofer? Aww. Like, if I stand really far back, can I not hit them both? I guess not. Man! I need more video games with this little spread. Give me a second. Yep, 92 points. Higher is better, as we all know. Alright, shooting range it is. Let's see if I can finally shoot some clay pigeons. Not necessarily. Alright. Just gonna blast 20 pigeons. I'm kidding. I'll be lucky if I hit like 2 of these. Like 2. We'll say 2. And see. Okay, that was just rough because I had to reload. What was I supposed to do there? Huh? I think that's my first one. Damn it! Damn it! I keep forgetting when I've reloaded or not. Or I should say charged. Yeah, I keep on seeing things fly through the air. But I think that's just... Okay, man, that might be 2. Oops, wrong button. Dang it. Dare I hope that was 3. 6! 6 out of 20. Oh, check me out. Now we know who to call if we ever get attacked by the broadside of a barn. I quite like this gun, though. I like this gun, but I want to see if it can be our restoration success story. So, with chat's permission, I'm going to sell it. Maybe. What do I have here anyway? So I got the carbine. I got the STG. I got a pretty good selection of stuff, honestly. Yeah, we gotta set... I will try. I will try, you know, because... that'll prove the system works. So if I'm selling something... The destroyed M4, that's gone cheap. Okay, let's try. We'll try selling the moss paper. We're not going to lowball this. We're not going to lowball this at all. We're going to start the bidding at $1,100. Yeah, correct. Alright. $1, $2, $3, $4, $5. Quit nickeling and diming it, you cheap bastards. This is a steal. Well, I mean, I did get my money back, motherfuckers. Cheeky sons of bitches. Yeah, alright. Look, I'm just glad I didn't compromise on the price. It was a fun project, though. Yeah, great. Oh yeah, I got a peacemaker here. I guess I can work on that some other time. I'm just gonna see if anything else has come up. Wooden parts look disgusting. AKM, modernizing the Garand. Oh, Garand. There's some nice stuff to work on. But I think that's probably something for another time. I'll let you know if things develop, and thanks for joining me. I hope you had a good time. I know I did. I know it was a slightly odd session. Next time we're probably going to be solving crimes, honestly. Next session is probably going to be Shadows of Doubt, and it might be happening within a week. So it'll be nice to see you again soon. Take care, all of you. And until next time, my beloved monsters, enjoy yourselves.